can see our little dog in the background. And welcome everybody. It is Sunday, June the 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern. I always say that every week because we are live right now, but we also allow these lives to play back a little bit later. So if you ask a question and I don't answer immediately, chances are we are no longer live, which you'll see a little live icon if we actually are in the screen right there. And we'll actually talk back to you. We'll get this live stream started right one of these weeks. We both were just talking to each other. You got your volume turned down, you got yours. Neither of us turned our volume down. So how about that? So we've had a crazy week this week, and we'll talk about a lot of that. And once again, can't get the lighting quite right.
But we do have all the lights on today.
Yeah, we do have all the lights on, and we got the ones that some viewers sent us here, so it's trying to work. Get this up just a little. If we can ever get some proper internet out here, we're gonna run a real camera for a live stream, get some real lighting. We're just out here in the shop. This is just kind of the way it goes.
Yeah, we're kind of jinky right now.
So if I can put this light a little closer to me right here and y'all can see my face. Oh well, y'all just got to deal with seeing us being a little dark till the sun sets behind us. So crazy, wild week. We'll talk about some of that, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of new people on here tonight. So moderators look out too, by the way. There's been a lot of spam accounts this week. I just want to let you know, Sundays, live streams, it's just us kickback, relaxed here in the shop, and we just chat. We answer your questions, anything you want to know, anything goes to an extent. If we don't want to answer something, we're just not going to answer it. But this is how every live stream goes, so I want y'all to be prepared. There's been a lot of people stumbling across DIY videos and things this week. Live stream isn't necessarily about that, but we'll absolutely discuss whatever you want. And then usually we'll wrap the live stream up with Tiffany doing a little bit of cooking, so it's just kind of a hangout atmosphere is what our live streams are. So welcome. If we have some new people tonight, I'm sure that we will. Thank y'all so much for watching. And for all the people that watch the live streams back later on, thank y'all so much for doing that. Every little bit helps the channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up if you like these or any of the videos, and help get us the exposure that we have been desperately looking for. And wow, we actually got this week.
Yes.
So it has been an absolutely crazy week. So there is a ton of people popping up on here. I can't catch every comment. And if I can't answer your comment, by all means, please ask it again. And I'll do my best to get an answer. Tiffany tries to look for a lot of repeat comments, and I'll do my best to catch it. But we got a lot of familiar faces in here. I also see some new faces as well, including Mr. Grotto. I want to go ahead and give him a big thank you before the live stream even started. He gave us a donation there, and he mentioned something that's been an absolute struggle for me this week. He said, "Thank you for doing your best to keep up with all the comments." We've literally had thousands of comments this week, thousands.
He'll wake up in the morning and be like, I got 500 comments.
Yeah, I got like 500 when I wake up, and I do my best to answer every single one. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Eventually, that's going to get to a point that where I absolutely can't. But I promise y'all, I am reading them. So please keep sending those comments. I will read them, and jotting down a lot of suggestions and things that people are asking, and we'll do our best to get those answered. So, like I said, a lot of people in the house tonight here. Hopefully, my computer is working over here. Internet's looking a little slow. But looks like we do. All right, it's starting to load again. I see Mr. Doug's in the house. We got GP Fan, Cash, a bunch of familiar faces. Like I said, a bunch of new ones as well. Living everyday outdoors. Hey, folks, hope all is well. We're doing great. It's been a beautiful day here in Florida, with the exception of it was supposed to be pretty much no rain today.
I know someone said no rain. Well, we just got done with
about
rain.
that. As you can see, we managed to barely get the yard mowed, but today was quite interesting. Was the first day in like 8 or 9 days. They were calling for a very low rain chance. So we got the mowers out, I changed blades, got everything ready, started making videos, and was going to take advantage of this day. And it's rained either 2 or 3 times a day, and I had to stop. I haven't even got the pasture done. It's crazy. The grass is too wet. Now it's clogging the mower up, so I'll try again tomorrow. And then the next 10-day forecast, they're calling for 8 out of 10 days of pretty high rain chances. So it's staying wet here for quite a while. My goodness, it is.
Yeah, did you talk about how many inches we got last week?
Yeah, wound up with 9 inches last week. So just absolutely crazy. I discussed that in today's video, so I'm sure a lot of people caught that. So Rob says, hello, Injured Tiffany from Pleasant Hill, Missouri. Love watching you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the new subscribers. We'll chat about that in a second. But it's been a roller coaster ride this week. It's been very exciting. Absolutely.
Oh, sorry. I'll knock
Yeah, I
the
know.
table down.
We moved just right. It's trying to.
I'm trying to get Bullet in there.
Oh, well.
He's a part of the show.
I was trying to get the light to actually pick us up a little. But like I said, as the sun sets and the bright background goes away, you'll start seeing us. I just don't. Somebody asked why I don't turn this around because y'all don't want to stare at that junky shop.
We want to give y'all a view.
Yeah, here's your view. So no point looking at old junky shop. So Chris says, if it's been raining all week, how come Andrew has a better tan than you, Tiffany? I think he's been out on the boat.
Well, I mowed today.
She did. She got a really good tan today.
And I'm not in a cab air tractor. I'm on a mower.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. Yep.
So, yes.
Well, somebody's been mowing the last,
good
what?
tan.
Yeah, 17 years we've been together. So she's the one that asked to start learning how to mow. So I ain't told her, get out there and mow that yard. So I don't even want to hear it. But speaking of the boat, yeah, we went out on the boat.
Always.
Yeah, we always do. So yeah, sure, that's where some of the tans are coming. We're just out relaxing. I've yet to really go out and do any fishing. Yeah, we're boat babies. That's why I have an ice machine. So we might as well go ahead and talk about what the heck has happened this week.
Why do we need so much ice?
Yeah, has somebody been asking? Oh yeah, I've been asked that 100 times in comments. What's wrong with you people? Why do you need so much drinking ice? Oh man, so y'all have probably seen that the channel absolutely exploded this past week. I'm talking in a few days we may very well have doubled subscribers, and I think we're at 1.5 or 1.6 million views for the month. So extremely exciting. We just celebrated 1 million views on the channel,
thankful.
and it looks like here in just a couple hours we're going to hit 3 million views. So we're exploding, and that's a big thank you to all the people that have found our ice maker videos of all things. But then I see that a lot of those people are finding the other 367 videos that's now on the channel, and a lot of people are showing interest in house build, the storm shelter build, those things. So thank y'all so much for watching the videos, all the people that subscribed and joined. It's been a wild ride. So long story short, what happened was something happened with the YouTube algorithm that we all hear about. They decided to promote one of my videos, and it's just been an absolute snowball effect on the amount of people that has rolled in here. So if you're watching this and you're new and you're wondering, no, we're not an ice maker video channel. We're not going to make ice makers every day, but there's always DIY projects to do around our property and homestead here. I'm always building stuff, finding ways to be creative, save money. So there's going to be a lot of projects on the channel, and there's already a ton if you want to go watch those videos. And maybe you'll stumble across some other things that we're doing right now, like, I don't know, biggest project ever, building my own house, and like some of those videos. So thank you to everybody that's already been here, that has joined. And it's been a crazy week. I have been grinning from ear to ear every day. We love checking the numbers. It's so exciting. It's been really fun. So I have missed a ton of questions and people jumping on. I know that. I already see Duramax, tractor, dump trailer. So our normal viewers are trying to start something here that they do every single week. So all the new people probably wonder, what in the heck are these people talking about? They've been trying to talk me into spending my money buying a dump trailer, Duramax truck, and everything else forever, but I don't have the money for that stuff. It's all going in that house.
Well, let's start with the most important question, which is what we're cooking for dinner tonight.
Yep, let me see if I can get this up and down, looking on us, and maybe that might help some of the...
Maybe a little bit.
That's a little better. Yeah, that's going to have to do. All right, so what was the most important question?
I said what we're cooking tonight for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we do at the end of the live stream. We just kind of hang out like as if y'all were here hanging out with us, and we would cook for y'all and just kind of enjoy the night. So tonight we are doing just basic BLT sandwiches, and I'm also doing stuffed banana peppers.
So if you're new to the channel, we kind of do a little bit of a homesteading channel here. Like I said, projects, saving money, building our own stuff, creating our own stuff, trying to be a little more self-sufficient. I grow a garden. That's why we always tend to try to cook a lot of stuff that we do. And if you're also new, you don't know that I've hated tomatoes my entire life. Absolutely hated them. All of a sudden, tomato taste changed for me. I've started liking tomatoes, so I grew some. And I had my first BLT of my life, I'm quite certain, a couple days ago. Really enjoyed it. And I asked her, hey, let's cook another BLT. It's something easy to do. We love cooking on the Blackstone for the live streams. And a lot of people always ask how much bacon and all this stuff you can fit on there. So we're going to do a little cooking at the end there. But I'm going to have my second ever BLT on the live stream because now I really enjoy it. And I really enjoy that she puts about 1/2 pound of bacon on my one sandwich. That's how you make a BLT. Maybe if I was getting 1/2 pound of bacon my whole life, I could have tolerated the tomato. But it's funny how tastes change
And
without
there's
a
going to
doubt.
be bacon in the banana peppers too. So.
Yes, that's right. The
That'll be
banana
good.
peppers, which are out of the garden as well. So Mr. Grotto brings up a very good point. He says probably the massive heat wave on the East Coast, then the West Coast, lots of searches on ice makers and DIY coolers. That's exactly what I think happened, because all YouTube does is give you a generic feedback on, hey, why your video took off, and it said there may be some new interest in what you done, a thumbnail, your search, your words. And my first thought was, seeing all these record numbers that a lot of people are talking about out west, people are looking for ice. I've even had some viewers comment say it took them 3 days in their town to find a bag of ice for their work coolers and all, because everybody's buying absolutely everything up. So that's got to be what it was. I guess I just couldn't have timed it any better doing an ice maker build. And the only reason I did it is because I just want the convenience of it. Don't want to have to drive way to a store. We live out in the middle of nowhere, and we're on a boat all the time, so I need cooler ice constantly. I guess it was meant to be. Good timing. Hopefully we keep a lot of y'all around. So Kelvin says, love the channel, really appreciate the positive attitude all the time. You are absolutely welcome. I'm human. I have my moments and might get a little crabby, as we call it down here in the South, but for the most part, what's the point of getting upset? I try to be positive. I try to be happy. I try to portray that through the videos, because life is good, man. We're alive. We're happy. We're healthy. Things could be a whole lot worse, so what's the point? Ain't no point in being upset, and I'm glad that y'all are seeing that without a doubt. So Mr. Doug says nothing better than homegrown veggies, without a doubt. I 100% agree. If you've never grown a garden or ate something straight out of a garden, there's no comparison between that and store-bought. Absolutely no comparison. I'm seeing a lot of votes for the BLTs too, so
Good.
like I said, it's relatively simple, but hey, sometimes we can do simple. A lot of times she cooks very fancy meals on these live streams as well, and everybody's telling her that we need to, record more of that. So I seen one comment that just flew by. It says, what kind of corn do I grow? Silver Queen sweet corn. Best corn without a doubt. And actually a lot of people have figured out my ice maker makes corn. I've been getting a bunch of goofy comments about that this week, because I actually had corn in my ice maker freezer, because my garden did so good this year. We have filled a 25 cubic foot freezer up.
Ran out of room.
A top refrigerator freezer. We've been canning, and now we're just giving vegetables
And
away.
he's not going to let corn go to waste. So
No.
he stuck it wherever he could find a place to put it. And
Corn is my favorite, without a doubt. So GFP fan says we need to give Bullet some bacon. He may get a little piece or two tonight. I see you perked up out there. Bacon?
He loves some bacon.
Yeah. So Ron says we're great together. I do believe so. I tell her all the time she is extremely lucky to have me, without a doubt. So y'all let her know that too. So Bobby says, hi from Idaho. You didn't miss it? No, you didn't miss it. We're just getting started, and thank you so much for joining. Let's see what else we got here. So the fans in the ice maker made a big improvement, says Uncle Tim, on production. Yes, 78%. And I'm actually doing a bunch of fan tests right now. I'll have a video out in a couple of days. This is kind of science and interesting. Who thought an ice maker would have so much conversation on thermodynamics and all kinds of other things this week, and it's kind of become exciting and
But
fun.
he loves that stuff.
I do love that stuff. So now the experimenting and tinkering side of me is playing with this stuff every single day, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm enjoying everybody's feedback and all. Like I said, who would have thought DIY ice maker would have lit a fire, but it certainly has. Don't worry, we're still going to build the house. It's not taken away from that, but I can run a few tests in the morning, and the majority of the test is waiting 24 hours for the results. So there's not a whole lot to do there, but I have a long list of tests that are coming, and maybe I can get this ice maker where it would absolutely outproduce me every single week, and it's really not far from that right now.
We need it. Like we said, we do use a lot of ice. We go fishing.
Yep.
I mean, he's going to be using some ice out there while he's, well, maybe.
It would be nice to carry coolers out to the house and keep drinks iced down.
So
when
you
you
don't have to keep walking back and forth.
Yeah, when you have extra ice, absolutely. So Tennessee Mountain Man says Silver Queen is what they grow, and Mr. Doug asks, what kind of bacon are we cooking tonight? Well,
I just have some bacon from Costco. I didn't get too fancy.
Just old cheap bacon. Oh, there is some places around here that does that
Yes.
nice thick cut bacon.
If I was a little bit more prepared, I would have gotten better bacon, but yeah.
So Rehab Life says, I just want to say hi as a fellow North Florida resident. Awesome. I'm not sure where you're at, but we're in North Florida as well, so thank you for joining. And Cash says his Bullet on cat patrol. Absolutely he is. If he sees one, he's gone. He is gone.
Always on cat patrol.
So, Unfiltered Through Our Lenses is a great channel. We are new subscribers. Thank you so much for hanging out and chatting with us. Like I said, tonight isn't necessarily about the ice machine, which has been all the rage this week. We just hang out on Sunday nights, chat, answer your questions, and do a little cooking. So I know there's going to be people jumping off and on throughout this that maybe didn't hear that to begin with. So Melissa says her squash are dying and not producing anything. My squash is pretty well done as well, but it's the heat of summer here now. I know a lot of you are just getting your gardens up. Majority of my stuff is burnt up and done with, but then there's things like beans and okra that are still doing very, very well.
Which we have no room for.
Yeah, I know. We absolutely have no room for.
I've been giving lots away to all my patients.
So Mel Malone says, hi Tiffany, love you guys, and congratulations on the numbers. Thank you.
Yes,
Rehab
thank
Life
you.
says, just get started on the Storm Shelter series. I can't speak Southern tongue. So awesome. That's a good series there. I was very happy about building that. Mr. Doug asked how the fans are holding up. Ever since I have started unplugging them before I lift the lid, and eventually I'm going to put a switch in, no more condensation issues. So apparently when I was lifting the lid, those fans were pulling hot air in. It was melting the ice on them, building condensation. When you close the lid, it would refreeze, make ice that would stick out, the fan blades would hit. I had that happen 2 times on me. As soon as I started unplugging the fans, hasn't been an issue for 3 or 4 days now. So that's the ticket. A lot of people had good suggestions on putting switches in. So I see Cash is working overtime. Thank y'all so much, moderators. I kind of figured that probably happened tonight with an influx of a lot of new people. We want to keep it clean, and I don't even know what the comments said. So keep that in mind, anybody that's watching. You know, it's kind of a family-friendly channel here, so that's the way we like to keep how we talk in this thing. So Rehab Life says Lake City. We know the area well. Tiffany actually used to work over there, and we used to live in that general area before we sold our last house and kind of moved over this direction. So I see some people talking about making ice makers themselves. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I saw a couple comments about people actually purchasing the materials online to make it. So yes.
Yep. So Doug is welcoming the new subscribers without a doubt. Thank y'all so much. That's something I need to mention more often. For all the new people, this is a community. 100%. And that's what live streams are really for. The videos are awesome through the week, and I try to interact with everybody with comments. But when you get on these live streams, it's an absolute community. There's people in here carrying on their own conversations, talking amongst themselves. It's not just about us, it's about everybody. So we really enjoy the Sunday night live streams without a doubt. So Cash asked a great question. When are we going to get another MS462 video? For all the new subscribers, I love doing firewood. Love running chainsaws, but it's been stinking hot, Cash. It's hard to convince myself to get down there and run that chainsaw. And honestly, before I cut any more wood, I've still got that red oak down there I've got to split. I was looking at it today as I was mowing around it, and the grass is growing this tall, and I was going, oh, I've got to get on that ASAP. If I can ever find a cool morning. I guess I can get down there and split in a little bit of rain or put my little pop-up tent up. That may be the best thing to do.
Well, he's got so much going on.
I do have a ton
editing,
going on.
mowing, house,
responding
everything.
To everybody. So, oh goodness. So Tennessee Mountain Man says, did my hunting blind survive the storms? It looked bulletproof. No issues with that thing at all. It's yet to really go. I think it's went through a couple Category 1 hurricanes. Yes, it has. But no issues with it. If we wind up getting a monster hurricane or storm coming, I'm gonna go out there and do a little bit more reinforcement to it just to survive the storm. But it's been absolutely great. So Riding Out says, hello from Pensacola, just subscribed this week and can't get enough of the pole barn house build.
Nice.
Awesome. We're happy to hear people are excited about that because you're going to get a ton more videos of the pole barn house because that's my life for the next many, many months, rest of this year, probably into next year. So a ton of those videos coming. I can't wait to get into the nuts and bolts of it. I want to custom build some furniture and do a bunch of little DIY projects and all for that. We're going to build a kind of an outdoor bar, seating, cooking area. And I've got some really cool ideas for that. So we're trying to make this house build unique and different. You're not just watching me build a standard style house. Some people are questioning the heck out of that, but we're different. We're different people. We're going to have a different house. Yes. And we're going to share it all with you. So Unfiltered Through Our Lens asked how long before the house is finished. According to her, I'll be next summer. Me, I'm thinking Christmas would be the absolute quickest, and that may be a bit unrealistic. Probably, let's meet in the middle.
I'm thinking late spring,
Spring
early
of
summer.
next year. Let's say spring of next year. Now, I'm still going to sub a couple things out. The sheetrock, I have no desire to do. I'm going to leave that to the professionals. The custom tiled shower, I could do, but I think I want a professional job done there, absolutely. Everything else, I'm going to take care of. So that will speed some of it up. Me not spending 2, 3, 4 weeks doing sheetrock, for example. Those guys come and bust it out in a few days. So little things like that will help my timeline be a little more realistic. But I would just say no sooner than end of the year, most likely next spring would be a more realistic window for getting it done. But who knows? Once fall gets here and it cools off, I guarantee I'm going to work a little quicker. It's going to be a lot more enjoyable to do the work because it is burning up right now. So I still see a ton of bacon comments. Well, yeah, bacon is good. So Devault Family Living says, getting ready to start the Kelley's Outdoor tomorrow morning. Just caught up all the videos on our current channel today. That's a ton of videos. You have been doing a crazy amount of watching. And he says he caught all the live streams too. So wow.
Wow.
There's a lot of people been doing some,
watching.
yeah, I was about to say, there's a lot of people been doing some binge
That's
watching.
what he said. He said a lot of comments of people saying, we've just decided to watch all of it. That's awesome.
Yeah, we absolutely do appreciate that. So Jeffrey Parker says, how many acres do we have? We have 51 acres here, about 20s in pasture, 30s in woods, and there is a couple of property tour videos on the channel if y'all would like to watch those. We got trail systems, all kinds of cool stuff that we've done here. I'm really into outdoors, like I said, gardening, harvesting our own food. I hunt, I fish. So there's a lot going on with the property than meets the eye. So check some of those videos out, and we'll be including a lot of the new subscribers in that as y'all grow interest in the channel here. So Mr. Doug, as y'all see, Mr. Doug's a famous man on here. He inspires a lot of people, and he is unbelievably generous. So thank you so much. Just made a donation to us. He says, new rain gauge, looks like you've blown the last one up recently.
Yeah, right?
Yes. Well, thank you so much for the donation. We absolutely appreciate it.
I wonder if there's like a digital. Is there like a digital?
Well, with
rain
his
gauge?
generous donation right there, we can probably get us a digital one that Wi-Fi's back over here and tells us everything. I know they make them.
I could only imagine.
No, they absolutely do make them. I've seen them. So thank you so much, Mr. Doug. And to all the new subscribers, it's things like that, the donations like that, all the videos y'all watch, your interaction that allows me to pursue this lifestyle. It's been a very common question this week from new people. What do I do for a living? So, excuse me, for about the last 10 years, a little less, I used to work at a local paper mill, so we'll run through the store real quick. And I was a manager there. It's how I finished my career out. I started in hourly and worked my way all the way up. I was manager over 3 departments. And I won't get into the nuts and bolts of it for just obvious reasons. You don't talk about those kind of things that a company keeps secret. But it was just a paper mill. We made fibers and paper, big, huge jumbo rolls of paper, not writing paper, that would then go out to customers, and they would use in products from clothing to air filter media material to tire cords to everything under the sun that you could think of. Well, I have had a burning desire and dream to pursue YouTube for about the last year and a half, maybe almost 2 years. And about a year and a half, 2 years ago, we sat down and talked. And at the time, we didn't really need to spend the money, but I asked if I could buy a drone and recording equipment and a computer. And I gave myself a goal of 1,000 subscribers 12 months later to keep investing in the channel. Well, we hit like 3,000 subscribers, and I thought that was crazy. So we got talking more and more about it. About another 6 months went by, and we've been saving the whole time, and I knew I was working toward trying to pursue this dream of entertaining, basically, educating and entertaining. That's what YouTube's about. And I finally took the plunge last October. I walked away from a solid career for this area because, again, we're in the middle of nowhere. There's not a whole lot of good careers here, and pursued YouTube full time. Now, it's still a heck of a work in progress, all right? This week has made things a lot more of a reality, but it's been a grind, but it's been fun. And I'm still working toward making it a full-time income. We set ourselves a goal to make that happen, and our ultimate goal would be to get her home as well. Maybe we can do more of those cooking channels and other things that people are looking for. So I want to explain that's why I'm so passionate about this. That's why I'm releasing so many videos. And that's why I'm so thankful for people like Mr. Doug and all of y'all, because y'all are allowing me to actually live an absolute dream. There's nothing else in this world I want to do than what I'm attempting to do right now. So thank y'all so much for that, and welcome to the channel.
And he works so hard on all of it. He really does. Yeah. Just about every minute of the day that you're awake, you're pretty much doing something.
It's about a 16-hour-a-day job, no kidding, without a doubt. Work more hours than I did in my last job for a lot less money, but I wouldn't have it any other way. And if there's something you want in life, you got to go get it. Most things aren't given to you. So that hard work is already paying off thanks to y'all. So go for it if you have a dream for something.
And even though y'all don't see me in many videos, I'm behind the scenes too.
Yeah.
Working very hard.
There was a couple people asked this week, does your wife ever help you? She can't. She works a full-time
job.
she works a full-time job, and then she comes home and cooks every single night. She cleans, takes care of the place, and she allows us to live this lifestyle too. No doubt about that. So just as much thanks to her as to y'all for allowing me to chase this dream. And thank you so much for cooking and doing the things that you do, because I'm spoiled with that stuff. I want those garden fresh vegetables and everything else that we're all talking about here on this. So Kelvin says, I laugh every time you forget to plug in the saw because it happens to me every time. Well, you're going to laugh a little more because I don't think it's going to stop. I was editing a video today, and guess what's coming? And then a couple people asked me to please make a shirt that says "Get plugged into the Kelley's Outdoors." So we may have to design. We may have to design a shirt. Maybe me doing this with 2 cords because I can't never remember.
So I've seen some comments about the attic.
Yes.
And I want to hear what everybody's ideas are, what we should do with the attic.
Well, we've got to be careful what we talk about and what we can do, because that attic that attic is not rated for living space. That's why we're 24-inch on centers and 2x8s, but it is rated for a certain PSF load. It's an attic. You're going to put things up there, but it's rated for a relatively light load like most attics. So we can't go throwing rooms and the whole world up there, but there are a few little things that we could do. Overall, the attic's really going to be for storage, tons of room to, like I said, run the AC ductwork, wiring, move around, and we already know that we plan on adding on to this house down the road. It's not going to be a 1-bedroom house forever, but it just was not in the budget to add on right now. That's the beauty of a pole barn house. Technically, there's no load-bearing walls, even though we're building to load-bearing walls. We can knock out the backside. We're already run plumbing out there. We're set up for that, and we can add on whatever we want down the road. So this won't be the last house build. Eventually down the road, we're going to go into an addition. But as far as the attic goes, for now, it's just for attic space. But who knows? So Miss Gail asked, please comment on your 4-inch and 8-inch nail spacing. That's just because the engineer rated for that. I was shocked to see that in the attic. That's very common nail spacing for roof sheathing and siding. Why it's in the attic floor, I'm really not sure, being that that's an uninhabitable space. So I really can't answer it for you. But because it's in the plans, I have to honor it because it will be inspected by the inspector. And if he doesn't see the 4 inches on edges and 8 inches out in the field, I do not pass. So that's why you'll see me nailing so much. That's not me overdoing it. I'm required to do that. I missed a comment up here I wanted to answer. Somebody told me I inspired them to get their John Deere tractor. So glad that you're enjoying yours, because I'm enjoying the heck out of mine. It's been awesome to have. So Mr. Doug says, love the bloopers. Andrew's expressions are hilarious. They're honest. I can make some funny faces. Oh, let's see what else we got here. Or somebody's talking about armadillo. Speaking of that, so I'm coming outside last night or night before. Got my computer, going to the camper. It's dark. I'm getting ready to go do some editing. And lo and behold, coming out from my pole barn, out basically from under the camper, an armadillo. They've been climbing underneath my mowers, everything, digging holes. So needless to say, he's in dealer heaven. I threw that computer down as quick as I could, and he's not digging holes outside my truck trying to break my ankles anymore.
I already knew when I opened that door and heard.
Oh yeah, all she heard was, she's, what's going on?
Like, how many times do you have to shoot it?
Oh goodness. So DeVault Family Living says the attic's where Tiffany's going to put Andrew's pool table. That was originally in our original house plans, but there is not enough room up there. And with that, a pool table's 1,000 pounds. There ain't no way on earth I'd put it on that 1/2-inch OSB and those 24-inch spaces. That'd come down in the kitchen. We're not doing that. And Tim says, I think the attic should be Tiffany's space to do whatever she wants. That's right. That's where we're going to stick Tiffany. I get the rest.
Yeah,
I get the bottom floor.
He has this big shop to do whatever he wants in. So the house should be mine.
No, they said attic. So you can take the attic. I'll take the bottom floor. I like that idea. Oh, goodness. So I hope I'm saying this correctly. Blythe Dunlap just made a donation. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I've never heard your name on here before, so I'm assuming you're a new subscriber, so we absolutely appreciate the generosity so much. And it says, simply for the content and y'all. Love that y'all are pulling something out that I wish I could do, the channel, YouTube, and kind of jealous here in Texas. Well, thank you so much for that, and it's never too late to pursue it. I mean, I'm just getting started. Well, not really. I've actually been at it for a few years, but it's getting started now. It's never too late to dream, to go after it. all means, get you a camera, start, or just take a cell phone and start. That's what I tell everybody. I think they got to go get the world's best camera equipment, everything else, or I'm too young, or I'm too old, or I don't have anything interesting. What's there, 7 billion or more people on the planet? I promise you, somebody's interested in some of the things that you're interested in, without a doubt. Who knew up until ice makers, firewood videos, splitting firewood, cutting videos has been some of the most popular channels. Mowing. It's been such of the popular videos on the channel. Blew my mind, but I actually enjoy watching that stuff too. So there's a ton of people in the world like me. Go for it. That's all I can tell you. Go do it. So we have somebody from New Zealand, Calvin. Thank you so much. That's awesome. New Zealand's actually on my bucket list. It's one of the few bucket list places I want to visit. I'd like to do Tahiti. New Zealand is absolutely beautiful. I'd love to visit it one day. So we'll see. Mr. Doug is reminding y'all, hit that like button. Absolutely. And Pamela asked, can armadillos swim? Yes, they can. I've actually seen them do it many times.
Can they?
Yes, they can. They can swim across creeks, everything.
Of course you would know that.
Well, I mean, you sit in a tree stand enough in the woods, you see things. So James asked, how do I look like using the palm nailer? Not much anymore. I bought me a metal connecting nailer, and I like it a lot more. You just do this right here, and it loads the nails for you. But the palm nailer is sweet for really tight spots. And I will take a palm nailer any day of the week over a regular hammer, especially for metal connecting nailing. They're worth getting because they're so cheap. They're such a good item to have.
Man, Cash is cooking good tonight.
What does he got?
Brisket and bacon and burgers. Smoking, of course.
Uh-huh.
Sounds so good.
Yeah, Cash,
we gotta do a brisket.
Who's one of our longtime viewers and moderators here, always outdoes us every week with his cooking. So Jeffrey Parker asked, any plans to do some shooting videos, shooting range? I actually built a little bit of a shooting range on the channel just a couple months ago when I was moving some dirt for the house, if you want to find that video. And most of my shooting stuff probably would be on our other channel, which I need to constantly plug and tell people. We have 2 YouTube channels, one for our more outdoor related content, which is the Kelley's Outdoors, links down in the description of this or any video. And then this channel here is kind of more for the gardening, homesteading, house projects, things like that. So check out the other one. That's where you'll see more of the content like that you're looking for.
Hi Maddox, he just jumped on.
I see that. So sorry for jumping on late. It's Maddox under Jade's name, so welcome, no problem at all. And the Family Farm Homestead, see, there we go. He says, I just started my channel and I'm 72. Absolutely,
awesome.
Go for it, go do it. So best of luck to you. So Greg York said, did I miss something? How'd you double your subscribers so fast? I don't know. Apparently ice makers are all the rage these days. What happened is you always hear the YouTube algorithm. It's this elusive thing that people know about but don't understand. And it searches for keywords and all kinds of interaction from y'all for the channel. That's why a lot of people say, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, comment, because the algorithm looks at that. The more people interact with the channel, the more it thinks, hey, this channel's worth promoting and pushing. For some reason, one of my ice maker videos, probably due to the heat out west is what we're all thinking, and it had the right keywords, it started getting promoted by YouTube this past week. And that ice maker video's got like 700,000 or 800,000 views all of a sudden. Well, the more people that attracts, they go find other videos on your channel. Some go, some stay, and it's a snowball effect. And we couldn't be any more thrilled, blessed, and happy for it. So we kind of don't know, but that's our reason. We think YouTube plugged us, and it just started blowing up this week. Now we fully expect it to fall off. It kind of already is. Subscriber counts not flying up as much every day, views are, and eventually there'll be another kind of viral video that'll take off. It's just kind of a roller coaster ride and stepping stone is how this YouTube world seems to work. So Mr. Doug again, just he just made a donation. Thank you. Golly, thank you so much. He's so stinking generous. He really is so generous. So he says, so here we go.
To get that grapple.
Grapple fund. So for all the new people, everybody has been begging me to get a grapple for the front of my tractor because I could absolutely use one around the property.
That and a dump trailer.
That and a dump trailer.
We have those 2 funds going.
Yep. So it's not really in our budget. So a while back somebody threw a donation out, might have been Mr. Doug or somebody else, and said, here, let's start you a grapple fund. And people have actually been donating to that, and I've been keeping track of every dollar that's been donated, and eventually if we get enough to do the hydraulics and grapple, I'm getting one. It was y'all's donations for that, so that's pretty cool how that works out, and people remember it every single week. And Mr. Doug says he needs a grapple. Absolutely he does. So Colton Covington says, any relations to the Kelleys here in Texas with the Kelly's Country Cooking? No, but they already sound like good people.
No, but I've been getting like different advertisement on my YouTube for me to check them out. So I'm gonna have to check them out.
No, pretty much all of our families from South Georgia, North Florida area. It's kind of where we've been forever, that at least I'm aware of. Now, you'll see Tim Kelley jump on here. I call my uncle all the time. He's not my uncle, and he's from Texas and somewhere else. But because he spells his name, which is kind of odd to use an EY at the end, we just call him Uncle Tim. You don't see EY too often on Kelly's. So Maddox asked, did I go fishing this week? I did not. I said I was going to try, but it's been a wild week. It really has.
Too much rain.
I'm going to try this upcoming week, but she's right. It has rained so much. I'm afraid these little rivers are going to fly out the bank here before long, too. So we'll see if we can make that happen this week. So Ralph says he's got to jump off and go eat dinner. God bless. Hey, take care. Thank you so much for chatting with us. We really do appreciate it. And somebody's saying they need to adopt Mr. Doug. He's a good guy. So Doug says he's leaning to the grapple right now, but I guess dump trailer next. And we do have a dump trailer fund going too, so. And Cash says I better put Mr. Doug's name on that grapple.
Right.
I'll engrave it right in the side of that thing, no doubt about that. So James asked how much for the grapple setup. Well, you're probably talking $2,500 to $3,500 for the grapple, depending on the model that you go with. And I have to do hydraulics. I don't have a third function in my tractor. That's going to be anywhere from another $1,250 on up. This stuff is not cheap. It's very well made stuff. Anytime you're doing hydraulics valves and then all that steel in a grapple that's custom made, it's not cheap at all. So it's several $1,000s, but they are worth their weight in gold. They are absolutely worth it. So Cash says he is your Uncle Tim. I guess y'all are related then. Yeah, that's right. Tim said Summers in Vermont. I thought it was Vermont, but I didn't want to say it wrong. So Colton Covington says the Kelly's Country Cooking is a dang good place there in the Houston area of Texas. If you're ever around, you suggest it.
How about that?
I've been through Houston one time, but that was many, many years ago. So Richard says I need to get in a partnership for equipment like Arms Family. Oh, you don't know how bad I want to, but in reality, we're still a very small channel. Eventually, those partnerships will come as the channel grows, and we'll be careful what we get in, no doubt. But there's no way I'm going to turn down something that's going to be awesome for the channel, for the homestead here, or something cool to show off to y'all. That's why y'all see us do reviews of things down the road. But we're just not big enough yet to attract the big guys. Maybe eventually we will get there one day. It'd be awesome. So there's Zeppy. Made another donation to little Bullet back here.
Thank you.
He says Bullet treat and toy fund for cute little buddy.
Yes, and I'm about to go overload on some new toys for him because he keeps tearing them up.
Yep, that's
Look,
right.
he's looking right now. Toys?
Yeah.
Where's your toy?
Tell me about it. And Zeppy's actually, I've been keeping track of you too. You're actually up to $40 for Bullet's treat.
Nice.
I think she did go buy him some treats, but
Yeah.
we got to get him some new toys because he destroys them. So Mr. Jimmy says he's got to jump off, keep everybody straight. Cash. Looks like Cash has been working overtime tonight. Thank you so much for that. And he says, have a blessed night. So thank you, Mr. Jimmy, for chatting with us.
Oh, Chris has a good idea.
Yeah.
Tiffany's food
Tiffany
truck
Food
fund.
Truck Fund. Y'all gonna have to make
That's
a
right.
lot of donations to pay for a food truck. But we actually, how about we get her a hot dog stand? Those are pretty cheap. I might even build one, DIY hot dog stand on the channel. We'll get Tiffany outside the road selling hot dogs.
Whatever gets me home.
Mm-hmm. So 450 Fat Man says, hello Tiffany and Andrew, love your lives. We love our life too. And it hasn't always been this way, but the older you get, the more you realize no matter what situation you're in, love your life. Be happy. I mean, it's quite simple. It's hard to do, but it's quite simple. The older I've got, things, you put things in perspective a whole lot different. So
He did. He flipped a switch. Like, he didn't used to be that way. He was
Well, it
very
wasn't
structured.
horrible either.
No, I'm just saying, like, you were very structured and, just believe that you go to work an 8 to 5 job or longer, whatever. And then, this dream became your reality and you worked hard for it. So
Yeah. It's been an awesome experience. No matter how this works out at the end of the day, it's been an awesome time in my life, something I'll never forget. So hopefully it keeps going. Talking like it's about to end. We're just getting started. We're just getting started. So thank y'all all for coming along for the journey here. So living every day outdoors who lives locally says all this range pond is up over a foot. That's good for all the new fish. Happy for you because just a little while back, everybody here, we were going through an absolute drought. So Jeremiah asked, do I have rear remotes I can use for the grapple? Nope. I had to buy my tractor because they were so behind at the time. off the lot, and it had no remotes anywhere or third function. So that's a pretty expensive add-on after the fact, and I'm going to have to do that. So Maddox asked, am I going to do a fall garden? Absolutely. Every year. It's usually around September when I'll start it, and we'll do broccoli and cabbage, things like that. So we'll be cleaning up and getting ready for that fall garden here before long. So Sharon says I could build Tiffany a lemonade stand too. So lemonade and hot dog, we got it going, man. Yeah. So DeVault says, I think Daniel started his partnership with Great Plains Kubota when he was around 35,000 subs, so maybe you're not as far away as you think. Hey, may not be. Absolutely may not be. I know Daniel still runs a lot of Kubota stuff, and hey, I'm very happy for him. You never know. I mean, just last week we were at 12,000 subscribers. Looks like tomorrow we're probably going to hit 25,000, which is insane.
That was awesome.
Who knows where we'll be next week? Next week could still be 25 or it could be 35. Something else could blow up again. You just don't never know. This is wild. It's been a heck of a ride. And speaking of that special 25 number, I promised y'all a while back we'd do a giveaway for that. So on the next live stream, we'll do a giveaway. And speaking of, I do need to mention, next week, next Sunday, is 4th of July, so we will not be having a live stream. We try not to cancel these too often, but that's such a special holiday. We know a lot of people are going to be barbecuing, grilling out, hanging out with family, going and seeing fireworks. So no live stream next week. Let's enjoy the 4th of July for what it's really all about. Let's enjoy friends, family, and we'll catch y'all the following week on a Sunday for the live stream, and we're going to do a 25K giveaway. We're so close, I think we can say we're going to hit it, but you never know. You absolutely never know. So we're going to do something nice for a giveaway for that. That'll give me a couple weeks to really think about what I want to do. And I just checked earlier, it looks like we're going to hit 3 million views tonight. Actually, we may have already hit them right now, but it doesn't update very often. It's 2.9 something million. We just celebrated 1 million, and it took a year and a half to get, and now we've then put 2 more million views on top of it literally in no time. So I'm grinning ear to ear because it's been a wild week, but it's been so awesome. So again, thank y'all. These are awesome milestone numbers for us, and we do want to give a little something back. I always said 25,000. We'll do a gift, 50, 100. We'll keep doing that. I mean, let's give something back. Absolutely. So I see people talking about sweet tea and anything else. So living every day outdoors says, are you missing a peacock? He found one out wandering around the woods just north of our property today.
You know,
our neighbors have peacocks.
North of our property, yes. We've actually seen one north of our property.
Yeah, on the road.
We did.
That's absolutely right.
Yes.
Just walking down an old dirt road out in the middle of nowhere.
That's been last year, though, when we seen that peacock. But I heard there's a farm over there that has a bunch of exotic animals. So maybe that's where it's from.
Yeah, possibly. So Stephen says Ice Maker Vids brought him there. Better filtration, pure water, a little better yield, closer, clear ice, lasts about 4 times longer. A lot of what you just mentioned there is on my list. I'm going to be having a video out in a couple of days. We're going to test a ton of that stuff. There's all kinds of theories. I'm very excited and interested about it now. Really into the project. So we're going to test a lot of that and see. So DeVault family says Sunday after the 4th party at the Kelley's. I don't know about that. By the time the whole regular force over, we're probably going to bed. We're going to catch y'all next week. So everybody's talking about something Cash said. I don't know. Maybe it's the sweet tea. I see that. That's a good old Southern thing, man.
Oh, yeah. I love
How do you know about sweet tea out there in Northern California, Cash? Come on, man. So, Mobetta Deal Getta. All right, I think I said that right. It says, love the content you're putting out. I never thought ice makers would be so interesting. Who knew, right?
Yeah.
I didn't either. I just built one, thought it was a cool DIY project, put it on here, and now I'm like inspired.
I'm blowing my mind about how many different things you're going to test.
Oh, I've got a list of about 16 things right now and counting and climbing that we're going to test. And then we're going to do an ultimate ice maker build, a version 2.0 with all the ideas that work. So really excited about that. So Chris says, what? No live stream next week. I'm picking everybody up and we'll head to the house party all weekend. Sorry, man. You know, 4th of July, we got to celebrate that. You know, friends, family, things like that. And I'm sure a lot of y'all really have stuff going on. I know y'all are just busting me. So flotilla on the lake for the 4th, fireworks and all. Oh, that sounds like an awesome time. Floating on the lake with fireworks, that sounds really good. So Mary says, please send some of that rain out to the northwest. I wish I could. I can bottle some up and mail it to you, but I don't think it's going to do you a whole lot of good. And I mean, we just went
over it.
Yeah, we just went through a several week drought. It was burning the yard up. Now it just won't stop raining. It's weird how it won't just be normal. But we'll take what we can get, no doubt. I know some people said, would you quit complaining about the rain in one of the videos in the comments? I'm not complaining about it. I'm very thankful for it, but boy, it's hard to work. This guy right here is scared to death of lightning, and I'm not out there with it popping and dropping left and right. Not happening. Oh, let's see. Saw you move the fans closer to the ice maker, asked Mr. Doug. Well, I can't really say. I'll be spoiling the next video if I say that it's helping, but...
So we have some questions about explaining our shirts.
Okay. So, I guess I'm explaining. I thought you was about to talk.
Well, the tree that you see on our shirt is our actual tree out here.
I'll show you all that in a minute.
We can show you all that in a little bit, so we don't have to move the camera and readjust it. But yeah, this is our shirts.
So the tree was a special project on the channel. When we bought the property, it was grown up all around it, had a tractor and an old farm equipment around it from when we bought the property. The tree was getting choked out. It was a jungle in there. So we made a project, chipping up and reusing all the chips in the garden, and just kind of made a project out of clearing and saving that big tree. And a lot of people was like, hey, we need to get a Kelley's Country Life logo. A lot of people said, do the tree. It's just such a big part of the property. And we cleaned it out because that's our back porch view from the house. And it's a gorgeous tree that we estimate that's around 210 years old. It's like 6 foot across. It's a huge, beautiful oak. So this is an actual picture of the tree that I converted over to a transparent image. That is our field, and that became our logo. Now, speaking of shirts, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about something. I designed 2 shirts this week. One for the Ice Maker project because it's been a pivotal point in this, so weird saying that. It's been a pivotal point in this channel, the Ice Maker. So I have a special shirt designed for that, although it's relatively simple. And a lot of people have mentioned the fact that I like to tinker. I'm a tinkerer. That's what I do. Kind of got a little mechanical mind and like to DIY. So that got me really thinking. I like to think, I like to tinker, and I designed a special shirt with a special logo and that I'm always going to keep on the channel. I really like it. Actually, believe it or not, I had to buy the rights to the picture that's in there. It's blowing my mind. You got to be very careful nowadays what you do, all the legalities of everything. And I've had to research, literally had to go on lawyer sites, figuring out all this copyright stuff just to be able to put a shirt out. It's been wild. But those 2 shirts are already down in the description. They can be ordered. People have actually already been ordering them. I ain't talking about them at all. I'm waiting on my shirt to come in to do the reveal, but I guess we'll go ahead and let y'all know. So there is a couple of new shirts down there. If you like the way we think, certain words that we use, and the Ice Maker project. And the cool thing about the Ice Maker shirt is all proceeds from that shirt I'm putting right back into the next build. The testing, there's been people suggesting that I get special products and items. Obviously, I can't go blow all of our money on building another Ice Maker, but that shirt is going to help fund that. We're going to keep playing. We're going to keep the series going as long as it can, and we're going to do the ultimate DIY Ice Maker build without blowing a budget. Otherwise, we just buy a commercial machine. Why not? But it's a fun project. Those shirts are down there. Thought I'd mention that since we were on the shirt subject. But I was going to keep it quiet until I could reveal them, but like I said, people have already been finding it. Y'all are sneaky. So there it is. Can you tell new about subs about your shirts? Without a doubt.
Mr. Harry is here, by the way.
All right. Yeah, we haven't seen Mr. Harry in a while.
It's good to see you, Mr. Harry.
Good to chat with you. He's jumping a lot of live streams. I know he's had a lot going on here lately, and he's been drowning down just south of us too with all this rain. So let's see what else. I'm glad you mentioned the wooden collar for the Ice Maker since Digital Dan. By the way, I remember your name. You've talked a lot. He's been commenting a ton on videos. My friend built keezers and used the old waterbed frames to make collar and taps and hoses run much easier. Without a doubt, version 2.0 is going to have one of those collars, and I think I'm going to do it out of the HPDE board, or the thick star board material, cutting board material. Easy to clean, should be bacteria free, I guess. I want to say friendly, that's the wrong word. I can help clean it, shouldn't grow mold, and it should easily pack insulation around it and still serve the same purpose as a wood collar. It'll just be a little more money, but I think it'll be a clean build and a perfect way to build a collar. And I haven't seen anybody use that stuff. I like to do something new and fresh. So a collar build is without a doubt coming. And there is Mr. Doug again. Mr. Doug. So it says, Miss Tiffany's Dinner Fund. Have to look out for the boss.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the donation.
That is my favorite thing to do.
And I apologize. I took Tiffany out to dinner.
He did.
Last Friday, And we use the money that you donated last week. I do that every time somebody says the money's for something, we're going to do it. And I forgot to snap a picture like I normally do and show you that,
We
hey,
laughed and we're like, oh.
we took her out to dinner. We absolutely did, and now we get to take you out
Thank
to
you.
get dinner again. Thanks,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Doug.
Mr. Doug. That is so very
And
kind.
without a doubt,
Thank
that's
you.
her favorite thing to do.
It is my favorite
She
thing to do.
loves going out getting
Anytime
wine and
I
dine.
get a night off
Exactly.
from cooking.
If she ain't got to clean or do dishes, she loves it.
Yes, thank you.
So, Miss Gail, look what Miss Gail just said. She says, fresh fried egg
Yes,
would be
I was
delicious on
going
the
right
BLT.
back up to that comment because I
Uh-huh.
saw that comment. So I asked him, I said, do you want a BLTE? He said, what's a BLTE? I said, do you want a bacon, lettuce, tomato, egg sandwich? He was like, no, I'll just have plain, but I'm going to make a BLTE.
She actually is. So there you go. You nailed it on the head. She forgot to mention that earlier.
But they're not fresh chicken eggs, but
No, they're not. So Miss Joanne says she loves her shirt. Thank you so much for
Yes.
supporting us and
Thank
purchasing the
you.
shirt. We truly do appreciate it.
she
And
said she's about to order another one.
yep.
Oh, good.
And we got the question again. It'll be a common question, no doubt about that. How much property do we have? We have 51 acres, about 20 in pasture and 30 in woods. And you're going to be seeing constant tours and me working around that property. There's already some tour videos on the channel if you would like to see that property. So Brian asked something that I've had a ton of people ask me, and I've got a tremendous amount of emails. He said it'd be cool if you could spend your work into a conversion ice maker kit for deep freezers. The reason I will not do that, one, I'm building our house. It's requiring all my time. Two, the liabilities. Nowadays, building something that somebody's going to take and then modify something that's built a certain way for factory, the liability would fall back on me if I started selling conversion kits. It's just not worth it nowadays. Sadly, we live in a world right now that if I sold a conversion kit and somebody did something crazy even outside of the kit, the liability could fall back on me. So I love the idea of it. I would love to have the side income, but it's just not a risk I'm going to take. And again, I can't really take the time away from the house. There's already so much to do around this property as it is anyways. Building kits in the shop all day long, oh, it would really eat my time up. So that's the reason why for that. So Kevin says nothing to it but to do it. Like I often say, would be a good saying for a t-shirt. Yeah, maybe it would. Every time I say that, people are like, hey, that's a good saying. But I say that all the time. Nothing to it but to do it. No excuses. Just jump in there, get your feet wet, and do it without a doubt.
Yeah, so there's been a couple comments about like what part of North Florida we're from.
So we're north central, we're actually out in the sticks. We're not really near anywhere. I always tell people we're up near Tallahassee, which is state capital. We're east of Tallahassee. It's kind of the best way to explain it right there. But we're out in the woods just the way we like it. Peace, quiet. Now, yeah, we got to drive a little ways for everything. That's why you see me do a lot of DIY projects and kind of money saving ideas. It's a lot of it's for the simple fact I don't feel like driving an hour and a half, 2 hours to a big town to get some of this stuff. So you kind of got to be resourceful out here. So Pamela asks how the garden is. It's pretty well burned up and done, other than okra is booming and beans have just sprouted out again out of the blue, and they're putting on left and right. So Tally Showie says, I'm surprised you did not plant some of those jumbo peanuts from Walkena Feed and Seed. Now, I've planted them in the backyard garden. They've done great. I'll be honest with you, we used to plant peanuts when I was a kid, but I find it much easier. This is going to sound so lazy, and I'm not lazy, but I find it much easier to go to the store down the road that's already got them bulbed for $2.99 a pound versus digging them up, washing them again, washing them again, get the sand off, and then boiling over a hot pot all day long. I just really don't have the time, but I used to boil my own peanuts, and it's absolutely worth doing. Or you can go to the store and buy them for $1.99 a pound, unboiled, or you can go buy them ready to go, hot, served to you for $2.99 a pound. Some things it's just worth buying, without a doubt. So Cash says we can also take him out to dinner. If you drive all the way across the country, we will absolutely take you out to dinner.
We're going to put him on the smoker if he comes over.
So Doug said, should folks send in pictures wearing the shirts? I see what you did there. Thank you very much. I finally did have a couple more people send pictures in this week. We want to do a montage at the end of a video, people wearing our shirts that they purchased. So if you're comfortable with being on the end of a video, just a real quick picture slide, we would love to do that. We've almost got enough pictures that I think I'm going to include that in one of the upcoming videos. But Kelley's Country Life at Gmail, if you can't remember that, it's down in the description of any videos, our email address. Shoot us a quick picture of her. Actually, I had somebody do that last night. So thank y'all for that, and we will have a little montage up here before long.
So it's getting to be a little bit late in the evening, so
Go
I
ahead
think I should
and-
go ahead and start up the black
We're gonna
stove.
fire the Blackstone up, and as soon as that gets hot, we'll ease over there. I'll continue to answer your questions, and then we'll watch Tiffany cook real quick, kind of wrap this thing up. That's how we do every week. See here. Yeah, we've been chatting about an hour. Time flies. So, Alonzo, I love hearing things like this. Says, good evening, Andrew and Tiffany. Y'all have inspired me. 26 years of age. Hopefully one day I may be able to move in the country and live the simple life. I love inspiring people to do that. We wouldn't trade this life for nothing else. It's so rewarding. I absolutely love it. I encourage anybody to do it. And it doesn't matter if you're 26 or 86. If you're inspired to come out and live this lifestyle, go for it, without a doubt. Nothing against living in the city. That's for a lot of people. It wasn't for us. I love the dirt under my fingernails, the sore muscles of the day, the hard work that goes into this, because it is rewarding. It is so much better than a big paycheck at a job. And it took me a long time to figure that out. I like that sense of a job well done, that satisfaction at the end of the day. And you get a ton of that in this lifestyle, because this is not an easy lifestyle by no means. So I'm glad we've inspired you. Somebody asked when are collaborations coming? When the right people reach out to me, we'll absolutely make it happen. I have a feeling sooner than later. I don't have nothing in the works just yet, but there's been a little more chat about that. So we'll get some collaborations going later. So Josie says, I wore my Kelley's Country Life shirt on a hike in Glacier Park today. Oh, that sounds awesome. And saw a grizzly bear. He was quite a distance away. What, did the shirt scare him off? That's awesome. I've never seen but one bear up close here, even though we have tons of them. Speaking of, I'm going to get some animal pictures out this week for the property. But we do have a pretty decent sized black bear roaming around, but nothing like a grizzly. Catch a few more of these questions here. So, best tips, ask, am I going to make aquaponics in the future? I have thought about it, but as of right now, I don't have no plans to do that, but the future is wide open. I love experimenting. I love playing. That is an absolute possibility for the channel as we kind of develop this place. Once I get past the house, honestly, that's when the creativity is going to come back. The time, there's no telling what I may get into. So Timothy says, I need a shirt that says plug it in. Well, that sounds good, but I bet Glade could sue the heck out of me, because I guarantee you they have copyrighted that saying. That's the crazy stuff I have to look up anytime I go to make a shirt. So Julian says he's from Jacksonville, not too far away. Actually, Tiffany grew up over in, what was it? Middleburg. I don't know why I didn't want to say that. Middleburg.
Born in Mayport, but I grew up in Middleburg.
Born in Mayport, grew up Middleburg. So kind of over in your neck of woods. Jacksonville isn't nothing but one gigantic town now anyways, it seems like. Swallowed everybody up. Let's see here. And Miss Joanne says, Tiffany has your picture. Yes, ma'am, she does, and we will include it with your permission. I do believe she asked. So Christy says, love the new shirt ideas. Thank you. I really love the thinker and tinkerer one, because I've used the tinkerer word my entire life. I love to tinker with everything. So Tim says there's a bear in the back of his place. I'm assuming up in Vermont. I don't know of any bears in Texas. I think they're quite common up there in Vermont. So T97 Bird said just prep some hamburger bowls. Super simple, super good. I never had a hamburger bowl. That does sound kind of good right there. And Grandma Tracy says, love to watch you work on the house. Can't speak tonight. Of course, I'm getting cotton mouth too. And on the garden and other projects. Keep up the good work. And God bless. Thank you very much. And I see you comment quite often as well. So, Just Myself says, I am a lucky man to have a woman that will live this life. Not many of them exist. You're exactly right. I won't never forget whenever, I remember the exact moment that I pitched this lifestyle to Tiffany many years ago. We were riding around in a truck, just doing what we like to do, drive old country dirt roads, and pitched this lifestyle. She was all for it. She jumped right on board. Now, it took us, that's probably been 10 years ago now that I think about it, 10, 11. It took us a long time to find property, save up, and do the things that we've done. But she's been 100% on board for it the full time. And I can't wait until one day this channel becomes big enough that she can work at home, be more involved in these videos. We want so many animals and so much else going on once we get the time, and I'd love to get her home here doing this. But yes, I am very fortunate, no doubt about that. So Steve just jumped on from West Tennessee. Steve Kelley, spelled your name wrong, I'm supposed to have an EY, but welcome to the channel. Good to have you here. Let's see what else we got here. So Hippie says my last name Ice is going to be getting some of those Ice T-shirts. Oh, you're going to be getting some of the Ice T-shirts. Sorry, I read that a little wrong there. Awesome. Hopefully you enjoy them. They're kind of basic, but they're all for one reason: for the weird nature of the ice machine video blow up, to kind of celebrate that. Like I said, all proceeds from that is going to go in making the coolest DIY ice maker that we can on version 2.0. So I think that'll be quite fun right there. So Mr. Doug says a log splitter stands out as a good one. Anyone who splits their own firewood would benefit from watching. I love splitting firewood. I absolutely do. And T97 Bird says, I tinker all the time, do transmissions for a living, hobby. I love tinkering. That's my life, man. I just love getting in the middle of everything. So Douglas asked, how did I manage my time when starting the channel between work, filming, and editing? It was extremely tough. The job that I was working at the time for a solid year plus doing this before I went full-time in YouTube, I was working that job 12, 16 hours a day. It was extremely difficult. I would have to come here. Basically, I just sacrificed sleep. I'd come here sometimes and work at midnight, be out there mowing in the tractor, trying to prep and get the place ready, editing crazy 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It was a tremendous amount of work working a full-time job and trying to constantly get videos out. Because if there's one thing I've noticed with YouTube, consistency is key. If people are expecting videos, you need to get those videos out. If you're going to do once a week, once a month, and people are used to that, stick to your routine. People expect that. Otherwise, they're going to get bored and go off somewhere else. As soon as they find another channel, there's plenty of channels out there better than ours, they're probably not coming back. It was tough. It was just a lot of sacrifice of sleep, to be perfectly honest with you, to start this channel while working a wild full-time job. So, Cash says you need chicken, ducks, cows, horse, and Cash running around. All right, Cash, you can come manage all those animals when we get them. But we have been absolutely dreaming of getting animals here, and we will. That is 100% coming. So I know somebody says he wishes that I had his size shirts. I am kind of limited to the size shirts that are available with that Bonfire website. And it also depends on the material I pick and the style shirt too. They have wide ranges. Do I need to be over there? Do I need to be over there, or is that going to take a little bit? I'm going to grab the phone in a second. She's cooking. We'll go over there and chat. Let me get a couple more of these comments here. So God Bless America says, do a full-size freezer with 6 ice makers. Still want to keep it kind of small because I'm going to let y'all know this upcoming video. I have plans to put this in an air-conditioned room, my processing room, once we get all the stuff out of there and into the house. So it needs to stay a certain size for in that room, but production's going to go up in there because it's going to be an air-conditioned room. So I'm looking forward to that. So Gail Ben said, one of my nephew's videos got over 4 million views, and it made him YouTube famous. It's crazy how it works. And some of the best videos I think that I've made that I expect to blow up, nothing. A few hundred views, a couple thousand views. And then there's ones that you do that several 100,000 views just out of the blue. It's wild the way that works. So Chris says, I need my own fishing pond. You have no idea how bad I want one. Eventually, we're going to get one on the property. We are absolutely going to get a real deal one dug. But I got too many other priorities right now, without a doubt. All right, I'm going to grab the phone. Let's go over to the Blackstone, take a look at what Tiffany's doing. BLT is relatively simple, but everybody likes staring at the Blackstone and seeing what we cook over there. So let me grab this. Yeah, somebody said Bullet took off because he smelled bacon. That's exactly right. So if y'all are new, this is going to get a little crazy. We're switching gears here, cooking and chatting. So Alonzo asked, if you don't mind me asking, what was the process like trying to find land? It was extremely aggravating, to be perfectly honest with you. It took us 4 years to find this property. I dreamed about property ever since I was a kid. I searched every website known to man, realty site, everything, trying to find property that was actually affordable, not swampland. And it took 4 years. So all I can do is tell you, search all the realty websites. Don't forget to search, if you find a small town nearby in an area you want to go in, that's how we found this property. The big name brand sites did not have this property listed. So I typed in realty companies in the next town over. Actually, it's a long ways from here. Started searching through their pictures, found this, and it was long story short, we wound up getting it. So research is all I can tell you. So what do we got going on over here?
All right. We got our bacon for our BLTs.
Which is what a Blackstone is beautiful for.
Yes, it does it perfectly.
Doesn't make a mess, easy to clean up.
He can tell you that I hated cooking bacon.
Oh my goodness. We've always hated cooking bacon. Smoke all in the house, yeah, and grease all on the floor, not a problem. Oh, this is what a Blackstone is perfect for. So we'll grab a few more questions here. I'm sorry, was you going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to tell you what else I have.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on.
I have my stuffed banana peppers.
Check that out, y'all.
Cream cheese and bacon.
Banana peppers out of our little garden,
Yep.
which I'm about to carry you to.
Yes, because we're going to need a tomato.
Yes, we are. So what's in them?
Cream cheese and bacon.
Bacon, y'all. Can't go wrong with bacon. So Douglas Helpling, just made a donation. Thank you so much for that. He said, keep the videos coming. Funding from the ice machine video and watching all the rest. Florida is the best. Thank you so much for that. We truly do appreciate it. So need to start a backhoe fund. Boy, y'all got a lot of funds y'all need to start. But as long as y'all keep donating to them, I guess we'll buy the stuff when it's time. Need a mini excavator fund, says Cash. Now we're talking. I want a mini excavator more than any other piece of equipment. Oh my goodness, I could use one. I would love to have one. So somebody was asking about the shirts earlier. New to the channel, that is the oak tree that we saved. It is huge if I were to get you up near it. It was growing up all the way around. You couldn't even see the base. Pretty much where my hand end was junk. It took us a while to cut, clear, and chip all that out. And the tree has bounced back and looked beautiful ever since. And I'm gonna carry y'all around to my little side garden over here because I have got to pick another ripe tomato that I've seen for our BLTs. So if you're new to the channel, this is what we do. Got a garden over here and a high fence. One right here with all my peppers. That's where all the banana peppers just came from. And I see a couple of ripe tomatoes in here. Ripe enough, at least. Oh, look at that. That's why I like a garden, y'all. Just come right out here and pick your stuff fresh. That's the way it's supposed to be. Still got rain on it from earlier. We'll grab a couple more comments. There you go.
Right.
Thank you. So God Bless America says, inside air-conditioned environment, you should get a lot more ice and less work on the freezer. That's exactly right. That's the room it's going for. I built this room in my shop. It's got storage in it. That's a processing room for all of our vegetables, to do meat. And right now we have a washer, dryer, a few other things like that in there until we build the house and move everything over. Then I get my man cave back in there. And sadly, I built all that before I started YouTube, so no, I do not have videos of it. And somebody says they love the sound of bacon frying. Oh, listen to that. And I don't know about y'all, but I love my bacon super crispy, so I always have her get it to that point. And Mr. Harry says, that's funny, he's doing BLTEs with the egg tonight. Miss Sharon says we need smell-o-vision. I 100% agree. And Casey asks, since we're in Florida, have we considered doing solar? We have not. That is something I honestly need to look into. Look right there, straight out of the garden. But as of right now, I really haven't. I need to look into that more, no doubt. And DeVault says the banana peppers look amazing. Boy, Tiffany can cook. Yes, she can, without a doubt. I can't have a woman that can't cook. I gotta stay fat, y'all.
So Andrew likes his bacon crispy. I like mine a little less done.
Yeah, I just told him that. I was like, I like it to where when it just snaps. Oh, I love super crispy bacon. So Mr. Jimmy says, can I say a big hello to his granddaughter?
Absolutely, yes.
Sure
What is
can.
her name?
Sadie. I was flipping it around.
Okay.
So hello, Sadie.
Hi, Sadie.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching, Mr. Jimmy.
Yes.
And we truly do appreciate y'all. So Chris says the lawn's looking great. Thank you. Man, the rain really made it pop.
Tiffany.
Yeah, kudos to Tiffany. She did help mow the yard today. I managed to get a little bit of that mowed and some other stuff with the tractor. The pasture needs to be mowed so bad. I'm going to have to drive extremely slow or I'm going to burn the belts off the mower. It is so thick out there, the camera does not do it justice. So Miss Cynthia says, really enjoy your channel. You both compliment each other. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
And Rain asks, where are we from? We are from North Central Florida. We're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, just like we like it. And I just tell everybody up near Tallahassee. Oh my goodness, Mr. Doug. Mr. Doug. I might be way behind on y'all's comments, but Dad, he just made another $100 donation.
Thank you, Mr. Doug.
And he says he just started the mini excavator fund.
Oh, God.
Yes! Yes! Thank you so much, Mr. Doug.
Thank you, Mr.
Golly, thank you so much. We truly do appreciate it.
He is going to be grinning from ear to ear tonight.
And then I see somebody's got an excellent point. With a mini excavator and a dump trailer, you can dig your own fish pond.
Yes, and for the pool that we're going to eventually have.
So God Bless America's got to jump off. Sorry, y'all. I've got to get down on some of these comments. I see there's been a pile of them jumped up. So everybody's telling me, please say hello to Mr. Sadie. I must be way behind on the comments because we just did. So, and Mr. Harry said he's got to jump off, and he said he is actually cooking BLTEs tonight.
Oh, good.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mr. Harry, for chatting with us. So Richard said he's built a couple ponds, and the biggest was an acre. I want to be honest with y'all. I'm thinking bigger. I'm thinking I might sacrifice some of the food plot out there, and I would like to have a 3 or 4 acre pond. But yes, that's extremely expensive and a lot of work. But y'all can see I drive super old trucks. I've always said I would rather have a pond than a brand new truck or truck payment, and I mean that 100%. So maybe one day I can get that pond. So Cash says a mini excavator, dump trailer, and a Duramax. Sounds like a great small business. Tell me about it. I'm in a hurricane state. If I want all that, I'm gonna start doing tree cleanup and everything else. We might have to start us a new YouTube channel. So God Bless America says, do I have a finishing mower? Yes, I do. I've got an 8-foot Caroni finish mower made in Italy and sold in the States. And I will be finishing mowing with that tomorrow. I mowed pasture with a finish mower because it's so big, and I'll have that video out in a couple of days. So Christina says, finally made it back on with you guys cooking. I had to get ready for work and get ready to go in for an overnight shift. I completely understand. I've worked shift work the last 9 years. Actually, no, 10, 11 and a half years I worked shift work. So I totally understand it. So I didn't even show the egg and all that stuff. I'm just kind of off in la la land. So Cash says I would get free firewood with that tree clearing business too. You've got a good point. I like y'all's thinking. Doug says Tiffany can work that Blackstone, making me hungry. So
yeah,
Rick,
kind of simple tonight, but
yeah, that is simple, but it's a good meal. I mean, we're getting fresh tomato out of the garden, which I'm learning to eat. But Mr. Richard asked, are our ponds water table ponds, or do you have clay ground? I have clay pits out here. There is clay in this ground. You can see some of it right there, but it's not true, deep, thick red clay. However, if you dig down about 4 feet, it's there. It absolutely is. But some ponds out there are clay packed and hold water constantly. Then I have one that's a water table pond in the back with lily pads, and it fluctuates wildly. So all of Merrick says, got to go, guys. Good night. Thank you for chatting with us. And Haas says, enjoy them ice maker videos. Well, there is a ton more ice maker videos coming. I'm actually running tests right now. I'll edit that video out, get it out soon, and I have a bunch more tests to do. So Diane asked, what do we do for a living? Tiffany does home health. And a few months ago, I decided to chase a dream. Thankfully, she allowed me to, and try to do YouTube full time. But I for the last 9 years, I worked at a paper mill, working that good old shift work that we were just talking about. So Anthony asked, am I planning on doing my own HVAC and electrical? Absolutely, yes I am. I am probably going to bring an HVAC expert in just to make for sure that I'm doing everything to code, you know, with the blower door test and all kinds of stuff that I'm not so sure about. But electrical, I am very, very comfortable with. I did my 200 amp service out here in the shop, passed no issues there. So yes, I will be doing my own electrical. T97 Bird says those tomatoes make you want fried green tomatoes, and we just had some the other night.
we did do fried green tomatoes because he's never had them before.
Nope, so we tried those too.
And we did fried bell pepper, which was amazing.
So Rehab Life's got to jump off, says have a great evening, enjoy those BLTs. I think we will. We're probably about to wrap this thing up ourselves. We want to see the last of this come off. Woo, that looks good. So, Tom asked a very popular question. Why is there no door going out to the porch? And that is because the living room is right in here, and we did not want a door right in the center, enticing people to track in and out of the house all night long. Tiffany loves keeping things clean, so we've got the door just around the corner, or you can walk all the way down the porch into the utility to use bathrooms. So it kind of, we didn't do doors the way that most people think we should have, to purposely direct traffic and not allow tracking and wandering all through the house. So Mr. Doug, he's mad. He says, freaking YouTube cut my donations off. I will catch you on the next one. Wanted to send you some Dove Plot funds, wink, wink.
Oh,
That's okay, Mr. Doug. You have done so much for us tonight. We absolutely appreciate everything, man. You did plenty. Thank you so much. And yeah, DeVault brought up an excellent point. Good job moderating tonight, Cash. I see you've been very, very busy, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
And everybody else.
And Chris
Yes,
and
Chris.
Mr. Jimmy and everybody else.
Yes.
Oh, I was reading comments. She's over here doing the voila, we're done. Hey, goodness. Yeah, he says, Boogie says, you got that look. Yeah, I know that look all too well. All right, so I guess what's last is she's got us some toasted buns waiting, but we're not going to show all that off. I think everybody knows what the heck a BLT looks like.
Let me get away from this hot grill.
Yeah, tell me about it. So there it is. Food is prepped and ready. I think we're going to eat, and I am covered in sweat. Humidity is so high. It's so hot here. So I think we're going to wrap this thing up. It has been a pleasure chatting with y'all. Looks like we may have had a record number of people jump on.
190 something?
Yeah, I don't know. It may
awesome.
It may have hit 200
well,
earlier.
Before I got up, it was like in the 180s, so
Yeah.
190s. That's awesome.
So thank y'all so much. I know this is different. A lot of people jumped on this week for Ice Maker, but this is typically what we do every Sunday.
What we do.
And a reminder, we will not be on next Sunday. Everybody go enjoy the 4th. And we are as well. We will jump back on a live stream the next weekend and keep these things rolling. More Ice Maker videos are coming for everybody, and everything else that we do around the property. Mowing, pole barn, all that stuff is coming. And she's making me put my hand down again because I talk with my hands, people. I talk with my hands. I need one of them shirts. I talk with my hands. And for some reason, I always stick them right here as I talk.
Right in my face.
So sorry about that. Sorry. Goodness. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for chatting with us. Thank y'all for all that you do for us.
Yes.
See y'all later.